Hello, hello, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you will be taking a look at this. Now, this is the workshop, Living Life in Full Spectrum. Let me get this to where you can see full screen. All right, let's see. All right, a little too far, sorry. All right, so with this said, this workshop tells you you are unique and the gifts that make you have the discomfort and longing desires can be resolved only by yourself. You are worthy. You can go ahead and throw that out there as a hashtag related to life coach in the transformation zone. Victory LeRoi Smith. That's me right there. I like breaking through. How about you? So then the next slide is a little difficult to read, but a life quest without distance is a vicious cycle experience. Our spirit of life, a generative force. Souls are born to blaze their own course. Now that is an image of a young lady, and my focus is the young lady because women are critical in our world, and healing and expanding in health, which includes well-being, your head. This is an essential for this country. And I will, in some cases, highlight those that have chosen to raise or bear children that are called blended, mixed, and black, just by the presentation they have as they grow up versus their total entire self. Now let's go to the next one. All right, we need to expand and then for the next one, to journey your purpose with genuine faith that's in yourself. Even if you don't believe in God, if you believe in yourself enough and this positive energy that it creates, you are going to have awesome results based on your passion. Passion really fuels effort. Effort is currency. That means what you typically deal with, what you receive as far as the gains you need. Now, the passion reveals your callings and what you need to do. Now, the needs are what you need to put effort in, massage, and the mortar to secure your destiny's ration. That means instead of fate, destiny is an essential to have it on your mind, excluding fate. Is why people chase their dreams. Living from your dream is why others get to destiny. Yes, there will be encumbrance, there will be obstacles, there will be doubtmost monsters. Keep moving when you're feeling down. Keep moving when you're told you're a clown. It's the stones in the brooks that make it seem like a stream. Keep moving, live from your dream. Okay, next slide. Now, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions you ask. Now imagine always asking questions that ultimately tell you what's wrong and the chemicals and effort your body puts into getting you where you want to go. If you found so many obstacles, you're scared to go, unable to let your body take action unless it's a spontaneous or ER moment. By then, it could be grave loss. So, focus on what you want. Keep everything positive. And even if you feel like you're down for years, I know exactly what that's like. Doesn't mean you aren't making a difference as long as you're putting effort out there, regardless of your returns. One day the gratitude stacks up and your dream begins to come true. So quality matters. Now, that said, namaste. That means, you are worthy and you are acknowledging that another person. That's why the network you choose is essential, that they're like minds, not doubtmost monsters, critical of what you should and shouldn't do, or a bully grown up now deciding when they want to sabotage your continuous showing them they were wrong. You matter. So, relative to these weird hashtags, Will's harvest yearnings. Will really connects with your passion and your beliefs in as much to determine how much it's going to focus on harvesting. Now, are you looking to harvest what's negative or what's positive? Meditate on that. Wrought helpful yields. That means do things to help your effort and definitely make sure it is spreading love because that gives you the sustainable substance in the yields that will be helpful. Now, worthiness, harmonies, yokelessness. You don't have to worry about if you can, if you should, if you deserve. Just go for it. You are worthy. That's the harmony you need to focus on. That's where you'll find the balance. Now, why do you matter uniquely? Well, you have life mastery skills gifted to materialize specifically for a large group, let's say million, whatever, billions of people, or a specific person while you're on vacation in Costa Rica understands English and embraces what you just told them, or maybe even just a word in encouragement that ignited their fire to no longer chase their dreams, worry, or doubt, but to go forward. Just remember, you gotta take risks, or you never know how far you should go. It's the way the American dream original, supported by all we know, not just what you know. Now, moving forward, we all need to have that experiment in life. Sometimes you're going to feel very solitary, but it is essential so that there is no distraction nor disruption. Distraction can be temporary, so can disruption, but distraction too long may enter into destruction through disruption, lifelong, period. However, you can start again. Never ever give up. Never, never, never ever give up. All right, now the experiment is this is from Ralph Waldo Henderson, I believe. I'm sorry, I forget who did this, but I love it. The experiment. He says, I have learned this at least by my experiment, that if one advances confidently, gotta take risks, gotta have faith, gotta get her done confidently in the direction of their dream, living from your dream, and then endeavoring to live the life they are imagining. So, living from your dream, you do as much as you can, getting as far as you can with what you have, even if it takes a while. Never give up. Keep trying to move forward, and your network and your beliefs will attract those or the one that can help you truly make it. And this is how one passes invisible boundaries for their invisible bounty. Yay! So further in the experiment, all sorts of things begin to occur when you are positive and you are confident in yourself and your faith is undeniable and unstoppable. All sorts of things begin to occur that never otherwise would have occurred. It's because you are in the right place at the right time with the right mind. One begins to meet with success unexpected in common hours. So your regular day changes. Now, meet with success may be different steps to the peak life experiences you want to live truly, where you peak and now are living from your dream no longer. You are living your dream. So the experiment gives you new access to the universal concept that on one accord we can all get it done on like minds. And so it's in that universe of other difference makers that are looking to expand and receive and give. New, more universal, more liberal laws begin to establish themselves around your effort, living from your dream and making progress. God bless the progress. Now, establishing themselves, these new universal liberal laws around me, you, or the old laws are rearranged in one's favor. Nevertheless, one begins to live with the license, basically access, opportunity, or gift of a higher order of being. You feel how you are rising up. Meditate on higher order of being. Being is every human. The race is over as soon as you are born. Being human and kind gives you access sooner or later to the reason you were born. Now, next, during the experiment, just recap, recall, and rejuvenate the energy it is giving you to know. I have learned that if I advance confidently, I will make progress. So, you ready to turn it on? Don't leave it off. Oh, this is awesome. And the concept of you being an Olympic person. It's a fact that our thoughts become acts. Boldly ignite your burning desire to attract expanse from all circumstance, traps, and attacks. Faith in self is a critical and essential matter. Vultures circle and whisper, go fearless, they'll scatter. Now, ladies, not all are alike. Never is in a general statement. Myself, for sure. Am I saying each and every woman is the same? Because each and every one has their own niche life goal, and that niche they're supposed to put their unique gifts into. And it might not be Christmas, but it will be a reward for a third party, a group, and the gratitude is why you prosper. So, in your beautiful life journey to grow, thorns may snare and prick as you sow. The essence of your promising beauty within cultivates the bounty it blossoms that harvests rend. Never give up. In critical moments, thorns may snare dreams and prick your heart. Never ever give up. Grow up. Go up. Your purpose in life has an important part. All right, ladies, definitely. Your grace is essential on this planet because whatever country it can make a difference. The reason why the men who changed the world, they had the support and love and definitely resilience to endure, to endear. So grace is not just about receipt, it's about giving. So let our grace resonate like in the butterfly effect all across the world. The tone of the energy. Please note, I spell energy that way specifically because it's inside out, not something you're waiting to receive. Energy. You know, I'm going to pause on the poem real quick. Basically, Inergy is to ER. Yeah, I'm sorry, is to N. Let me start over. Inergy is to Energy. What? Joy, jolly, I should say, is to happy. One is to each of those. Energy and happy are two depend on what happens and who's there. And whereas you come with the confidence in advance to get her done. I'll go back to the poem. Let our grace resonate like in the butterfly effect. The tone of the energy tunes with a unity effect. We're all born to dazzle as shining stars, kind, kindling, kindling spirits of life, stream bonfires, positive energy attracts. Unity, my acronym, one of my favorite ways of doing it as an acronym. Universal Namaste. That means everybody loves everybody, agape love. Universal Namaste integrated treasures yields. So we're sharing our gifts, we're prospering in our life, and we are on one accord. So Namaste means honoring the God, the great, whichever one you like to choose, within others, and definitely yourself. So, oh, this is one of my favorite poems. Yes, this is it. Day to day, remember that things change and your mindset is what literally sets you in circumstance. You keep circling your own self, doing the same thing, expecting different results, saying life stinks, but it's because you're chasing your own butt. Veer off for the possibilities that others may doubt, but all you hear yourself thinking is, I wish, I wish, I wish, because it's so much ignites the passion to get it done in you. So life is a mug brimming with possibilities, the residuals of very thirsty probabilities. Dare imagine, whoa, oh, wow. Then, what if? Passionately committed to why not? Blaze trails least traveled, sow seeds that reap blessings you got, you have not. Blessings you have not. All right, lifting up. We all fall down some way or another. Many are very much experts at hiding, but it does still impact our spiritual clutter. Things that we have stored, we need to let go, but be it revenge, hurt, pain, the need of forgiveness, it's still with you. So lift up to receive yours on high. If you don't know that Bible verse, Lord, give me the strength to walk upon mine own high places. You are the key instrument to make sure your high places are the paradise, the mansion, and ultimately your dream come true. I'll go back and just read the book. Lift up to receive yours on high. Surprise with rise high. Live within the eagle vision. Follow positive energy within. Receive inspiring vibe frequencies in. That means literally the tone around you, because it's the voice of someone that's so inspiring, gives you peace of mind, though you're not there in record time, minimal, you are still aligned. Inspire. So within, focus on higher ground. All right, blessings to a cousin who had all of the mindfulness, which gives you expanse instead of the mindset. So she would be stuck in a circumstance called cancer. God's grace in her is awesome, giving and receiving. She loves throwing great family get-togethers where she's the major cook. God's grace is in abundance here. She can, you can. Near and dear, mere, no fear. Heck no, she's not a scaredy cat at all. So my cousin is amazing. Good sphere, that's what Rhonda means. Cutting dis-ease out of her way. Again, good sphere is the definition for Rhonda. Love you. Now this can be brutal in its impact. This is why I'm an evocative coach, not a directive coach, because I'm constantly going to remind you of what you decided you would take action on. I know I'll be there based on you committing, I commit. I'll be there when you get blocked, feel blocked. Just need to make sure it's not because of you. So when I say transform that ass is an acronym. And why? Be passionate about it. That's why that exclamation heart is right there on where the new message is sent to your spine for your body. And no buts. Any buts? That cancels what you said first. So effectively, auto self-suggestion is the first ask you need to transform. Auto self-suggestion. That's spontaneity. Oh, I don't believe that. Versus, thinking. I've always said I don't believe that, but I'm consistently saying it. And then speaking. I'm open. Can you tell me more? As long as you're open with positive mind and seeking to absorb without stopping on initial information and judging and deciding on that, life is abundant. And then your auto self-suggestion at any time is going to immediately go to access sustained substance. Okay, another ask that needs to be transformed, evolving daily, never closing the mind with, "You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. Never worry about where you're going now. You don't need to know how. You're on the right track. No need of looking ahead or back. Just believe in what this day brings. And with positive energy, you will do amazing things. You don't have to worry now. All right, now we enter into some of the obstacles and blocks and what causes doubt to do research only for what's negative. Problem is never the problem. Problem is always thinking about the problem. Now you feel the negative energy. So, blacked out screen, moving forward. Are you ready? Seriously, ready to commit? Irrespective of every friend you have dropped you because they say you're crazy, you can't do, or they're sick of supporting you without any progress. Anyone with negative energy will definitely try to keep your leap low. Now, if that goldfish can take the risk to get into a mansion from that small home, so can you. All right. Defining and designing your dream. This young lady has an essential that she loves, an essential that she loves, and that is God. Now, that's her sister, and the story begins when she was born. And that would be the young lady on the right. Her name is Jennifer, and Dominique on the left. They are sisters, but they didn't know that. For years, Jennifer was born with no legs. Her mother and father left her at the hospital. Father pretty much forced it to be done because they were all about making money on Olympic activity, like Dominique, her sister. Both of them's last names Mochiano. And you probably remember when Dominique was a little girl, along with others, they set the record, winning gold medal in the Olympics based on gymnastics. But Jennifer, the lady in the purple, she didn't know that was her sister. She just looked at her as a role model. I want to be a gymnast. And Jennifer only went after what she would love to be a gymnast. What would you love? I know what I love. I'm doing it right now. I'm going to pause and move into a video that Jennifer gives her testimony on. Yeah, that's the crazy thing is if you're never given limits, then yeah, that's Larry. If you just put your mind to it, you can do it. And you believe that? Yeah, that's the crazy thing is if you're never given limits, then you think I can do anything. And if she could do anything, she wanted it to be this. What she saw her hero, Dominique Mochiano, doing on TV. There was just one problem. Jennifer was born without legs, a devastating birth defect that had led her natural parents to abandon her the day she was born. It bothered me to think that there was a little girl that was left at the hospital and she had no legs, so I thought she needed a family that would love her and take care of her. Sharon and her husband Gerald brought her home to the tiny town of Hartonville, Illinois. Population 50, they say, if you count the dogs and cats. They decided to raise her like they raised their three healthy sons, with no limitations, and just one simple rule. Never say the word can't. You said, I want to be a tumbler. You didn't have legs. Right. Kind of need those, most people think, to tumble. Well, think again. The girl who wasn't allowed to say can't was on her way to becoming a genuine gymnastics champion. She started at 7 on the trampoline with her dad. And after a few falls, she got the hang of it. In time, she was competing. Soon after that, she was dominating. And by high school, Jennifer Bricker, are you ready for this? Was the tumbling champion of the state of Illinois. Soon, Jennifer was pursuing other sports too. Even one you'd figure she had absolutely no chance to play well. Till it turned out she could steal the ball, even grab a few rebounds.
And she could make baskets too. She didn't consider herself handicapped. She was talking to some friends one time, and one of them said something about her being handicapped. She said, "Well, I'm not handicapped." They said, "Well, you have to use a wheelchair." She said, "Just keep getting dirty." One day at age 16, out of curiosity, Jennifer asked her mother a question.
Hey, is there anything that you know about adoption or biological family that you didn't tell me?
I said, "Okay, but you gotta sit down." And she said, "Mom, I'm always sitting." And she said, "Maybe you should sit down." I said, "Okay, let me sit down." And she said, "Well, what's the big deal? Just tell me what my last name is." And I said, "Well, that's the big deal." And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Your last name would have been Mocianu."
I knew what that meant. I knew that Dominique Mocianu was my biological sister.
When she finally tracked Dominique down, Jennifer wrote her a letter. Inside the envelope were adoption papers, a photograph, and a stunning piece of news.
My biological last name is Mocianu. That line, I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. Everything was there. The evidence was there. Jennifer looked like the spitting image of my youngest sister, Christine. What a moment for anyone to even speak to the childhood idol, but for their childhood idol to be their sister, that's something. She told me she was an athlete in the letter. In fact, I was her inspiration to start tumbling and doing gymnastics. And then on the phone call, she goes, "Oh, by the way, I have no legs." And she's like, "Wait a minute, didn't you just tell me that you're an acrobat and you did all these sports?" And I just hear the wheels turning, And I said, "Who is this girl? Oh my God, how did she have this attitude to persevere in life and overcome every obstacle? And she's my sister."
Jennifer has moved out to Hollywood. Where else if you want to be a star? She drives a specially equipped car and lives a normal, independent life. And she's earning a living. How else? As a gymnast. She's an acrobat who has toured with Britney Spears. And now she's training for a classical performance at New York's Lincoln Center.
Got to go to Ohio and got to watch her perform. The audience just went crazy. They stood up and they were whistling and screaming and clapping and all this, and I was blubbering. I was sobbing because it was so beautiful. And it's like, oh my goodness, that's my baby.
The baby who was taught early on never to say the word can't.
All right, now that's an amazing factual deal where go as far as you can with what you got in the universe. Not only did she become prosperous in her gymnastics, but she restored family as well. Now that's the amazing part. She restored her family. What about you? What about all of your dreams? Don't you want those true? You are worthy. Consider yourself right where you want to be. Let's talk. We will share positive energy. And with that impression upon each of the spirits of life, each is trashing negatives, persisting to strive to thrive. With the wonder in each one of us, there is no reason that in like minds you can't trust, because there is a foundation for the culture rooted in the core of each. I am that I am. So they're in challenges. They come together. Big family. Bam, bam. There's a wonder, 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 wonder. A wonder, wonderful thing to do. However, when it's your skill, your talent, your unique gift, the results and goaltending are up to you. Jennifer is the bomb in her effort. She doesn't give up. She tested her dreams. She is just as I suggest you do, so you have the balance and harmony that you're deserving of. Does it give you more life? Does it align with your core values? Will it cause you to grow? Do you need help from a higher power? And is there some good in this dream for others? With the strength and faith in yourself, the willpower has muscle memory that can never rust. Deciding for your dreams. Now, no matter what you've been told by a doctor, you have left. I'm sure we all have friends that are supposedly leaving the planet, and years later, they're still here. Their mind was full, not set. They launched from this circumstance into expanse. Jennifer, the brick house. She's got the mortar in the highest power there is, and the beauty in her life. She loves living a life. Putting on your dream every day, right in the mirror, what you want to do that day that pairs with your dream. Remember, as Mary told me, go as far as you can with what you have. And as you just witnessed, the universe will meet you because you are aligned with your purpose. You're fulfilling your premise, about to receive your promise. Per Mary, we cannot get to our dream. We must come from it. And in order to come from it, we must become it. Now, the testimony for you ladies. That smile is brilliant light. And I'm sure it resonates and inspires before she opens her mouth for maybe strangers that she doesn't know. She is inspirational, just like my boy Nick Javidic. So what would you do if you didn't believe it were possible? I highly recommend shut down that self-talk, cleanse it because it's negative, and just breathe. I'm possible. I make it probable. I will be the one who receives all. And Michael Gouch inspired me. I sang part of his song earlier. And with this, knowing you are amazing, the grace that you receive, quadruple it in what you give. You don't need to know. Check in advance what could be wrong. Check in advance and see the way that is right. And stay on task with that. No need to fight. Take flight instead. Soar. Live in an atmosphere with like minds, soaring through their challenges over mountains instead of climbing them. Remember, the doubtmost monsters tell you to distrust, to be careful. And those words used to just be, let's just check it off. But now it's a constant investigation. This is draining our life. We love living. I must believe I have to have this as a positive energy. If someone were given an opportunity right now to make their dream happen, they would get rid of everything negative if that's the only reason why they can't have it. All right. I am passionate about the coaching. As a reminder, life has health, life has finances, life has a well-being, life has career passion, creative passion, life has relationship. And based on the domain that gets you in the prosperity zone, each one of those domains I mentioned has its prosperity. When you are rich in health, you have started your journey to the universe where the freedom you need to live a life you love living will be received. Victory Smith, Transformational Life Coach, Victory Life Solutions, and Dream Life Builder Victory. For more information about the difference between the two of those, you can give me